Hi guys, welcome back. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and in this video, I will be talking about animals as omens or dream symbols. So stay tuned. Since the beginning of recorded history, you will see that animals and humans have worked together for millennia. Animals and humans are working hand in hand in multitudes of different ways. We have beasts of burden such as horses, camels, donkeys, and elephants. They help us to get around even before we had cars. Even today, we have animals helping us in multitudes of ways, such as canine police dogs or, the dogs that help the blind people walk. What are they? Just service dogs. So basically, humans depend on animals, and in many ways, animals also depend on humans. We are very closely related as we all share this place that we call Earth. I decided to make this video today because obviously in so many of my previous videos, I've been teaching you guys about symbology and basically telling you that images are the language that your inner mind uses to communicate with your outer mind. So your subconscious mind actually communicates with you through images in what we call dreams. And so your subconscious mind, while you're dreaming, will give you all of these images within your dream so that you can then remember those images in your conscious waking life to receive whatever message that your inner mind was trying to relay to you. But in this particular video, I'm not only talking about dream symbols in animals, I'm also going to tell you about how you can take what you learn from dream symbols and you can apply that in your waking life, in your conscious waking life. So if we see animals and they seem to be rather meaningful to us at that particular time when we see them, that animal could actually be an omen or some type of message from spirit. Let me explain. So, of course, you may see animals each and every day, and in many cases, your interactions with animals might be rather mundane and not really mean much to you. But depending on your thoughts at the time of seeing an animal, and depending on how many times you've seen the animal as well, those things could actually increase the importance of that message that you are receiving from spirit. So, for instance, an example, I had this time about a year ago where after never, ever, ever really seeing any large beetles, I literally saw 3 very large beetles. One was in my basement, one was on my deck on the window, and then another one, my dog was playing with it. So, and I saw these 3 large beetles all within a very small span of time. So, and I really haven't seen any since. Obviously, at that particular time, I saw that as a sign. And a beetle is actually going to represent those habitual thoughts and attitudes that you are trying to use to gain enlightenment or to know yourself. So let's go into how animals can actually be interpreted as a symbol in a dream or as an omen in your life. We are multidimensional beings. I've told you that before, and I will tell you that again, because this is something that I really want everyone to understand fully especially when we're speaking on things such as dream symbols or omens. So, as a multidimensional being, you do not only exist in your conscious waking life, you also exist in other dimensions, in inner levels of mind. And those inner levels are also connected to spirit. And spirit is actually universal consciousness. Now, this can all get very, very deep. I totally understand. So let's just kind of stick to the basics and keep it a little simple here. You can see us humans as reasoning man, so to speak. That's just what we'll call us here. Now, what makes a human able to also reason are three factors. Those three factors that cause us to have reasoning are memory, attention, and imagination. All right? Now, when it comes to animals, animals are not reasoning beings. Animals are habitual beings. So they lack imagination that us humans actually have. So that's the difference between animals and humans. So rather than having attention on your present moment, memory on your past, as well as imagination into the future, animals can only really know what's going on in the present moment or from past experience, right? So for instance, a dog will never know how to open a gate until you show that dog how to open the gate, or until he or she opens it accidentally one time. So once the dog learns to open the gate from past experience, then in the future it can use that past experience and open the gate once again. Does that make sense? So your dog, while it has the smarts to remember how to open the gate from the last time it opened the gate, your dog can't sit there and use its reasoning mind to figure out how the gate opens without it just accidentally happening for it. So the biggest thing that sets us apart from animals is the faculty of our imaginations, and just the fact that we can sit down and imagine what we want for ourselves in the future. We can sit down and we can imagine a new invention. We can create something that was not created before. Animals, on the other hand, without that imaginative faculty, they do not have the ability to reason and to make plans for the future. So that is why I'm going to give you just the basics of any animal symbol in your dreams or in your waking life as omens. Animals are going to represent habitual thoughts and attitudes that you have been experiencing in the day or two before the dream or the event of seeing the animal omen. So now that you know the basics of animal symbols, and that is that they are habitual thoughts and attitudes of yours, because remember, symbology is all about bringing out the hidden that you have within you out into the world so that it's there in front of you for you to see, okay? It's symbols and omens are actually bringing things to your attention for a reason. There is literally a message that your soul is offering to you through these experiences of symbols and omens. So, for instance, if you see ants, ants are obviously going to represent a habitual thought or attitude, because animals kind of go, insects kind of go into the animal category here when we're talking symbology. So if you see a lot of ants, more than normal, so it just becomes an omen to you. You're like, what are these ants trying to say? I always look at the habits of the ant. And ants are known to travel far and wide to find whatever it is that they're looking for to bring back to their colony and their queen, right? So ants actually have an extreme amount of patience because they will just continue to walk and walk and walk. It doesn't even matter how far they must go. They will just continue to do the work that is necessary, carrying things that are larger and heavier than they are just to get the job done, right? So if I happen to see a lot of ants or have noticed a lot of ants, more so than I normally would, then I might think to myself, where do I need to find more patience in my life? What have I been impatient about? Because these ants are trying to tell me something. They're trying to tell me to keep working towards something because I'm not done yet. Don't become impatient and quit. That's just an example. That's from my own experience as well. So us as humans must also use our reasoning faculty that I spoke about, so that we can then take the animal symbol or omen that we see and we can turn that into a message from our own inner self. So let's say you have a dream, and you have a dream of a bear in the woods chasing you down. That would be a little scary because the bear is so big and it's chasing you. There's big claws, and we just have this image in our minds of being very scared and running away from a bear. So if you just had a dream with a symbol such as that, where that was the experience happening or something similar to that, then you would have had some type of habitual thought or attitude within your inner mind in the day or two before the dream that is actually causing you fear. So the bear is representing a habitual thought within yourself. Just like seeing ants in your waking life, as my other example, could also represent the need for more patience in your waking life. And I told you too, in the dream that I made recently, or in the dream, in the video that I made recently about dreams being messages from your soul, I also point out, dogs can represent habitual thoughts and attitudes of loyalty, friendship, and trust, or depending on your own experience with dogs, some people might see that as something aggressive, or something that is possibly dangerous. So really, you have to look at your own interpretation of the symbol, as well as the broad interpretation of just the fact that animals are habitual beings. So have you been seeing animals in your life? And what do the animals have to say to you? I would love to hear your stories about animal symbols or omens. Let us know what you have to say about it in the comment section down below. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer them down there as well if you post them, within a couple days of this video. So now I also want to point out that you can also get omens from tarot and oracle cards. And I actually have this deck called Animal Spirit. And I love this. Okay, this little saying in here, I just want to say it for you. It says, 2 feet, 4 feet, scales or hide, may our minds stay open and our wings span wide. Because remember, these animal omens are not only about the animals, they're about what we are inside of us, all right? So just for fun, let's go ahead and shuffle the animal omen, or the animal spirit deck, and see if there are any messages that the animal spirit wants to give to all of us before we end this video. I know, it's a little strange. So I'm just going to shuffle until our card comes out, and we'll see what message it has to say. Oops, it fell on the floor. Oh my goodness, you guys. We got the nightingale. Oh, can you see it? There you go. The nightingale. Oh my goodness. Look at him. He's standing on top of the earth, and it looks like he's just singing out. So this is also an air, because it has the air sign up here. So by pulling this animal card for us, this is telling us that you need to use your unique voice and shout it from the rooftops. Don't be afraid of what anyone else has to say or to think about what you want to communicate with the world. The nightingale is asking you to find your unique song and sing it loud and proud for the whole world to hear. So all of these different animals definitely have something different to say to us. Now, the nightingale is all about finding your unique voice, because the nightingale is all about singing beautiful songs. So anyway, I hope this makes sense for you guys. So let me know if you guys have seen a lot of animal omens or symbols in your dreams or in your day-to-day waking life. And let's talk about it. Let's learn from each other all about what these different animals, spirit, omens have to say to us. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can then click the bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.